Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and Jum Mubarak. I pray as you receive this message that you're in good health, good spirits, and generally have a good day. My name is Preacher Moss, and this is your Friday Reminder. Brothers and sisters, I've named this Friday Reminder Slavery and Truth because there's a relationship between both. I recently had the good fortune to go visit the National African American Museum on History. And if I told you it was anything other than transformative, I would be understating the facts. As I was sitting there looking at one of the displays, one of the many, it hit me that these slaves who were being bought against their will into slavery in the United States, they held on to something that gave them rise and gave them premise and gave them the gene, if you will, to succeed and survive. And that thing is called the truth. In the worst of oppression, you have to understand that the God-fearing person understands, despite whatever my condition is, good, bad, or in between, I have a duty to truth. We are all slaves to the truth. Let me explain. In my understanding, I always say the understanding of Hawk as it's presented to me in my heart. I'm not a scholar, but Allah presented me the idea of truth, whereby we have a duty to it. And the duty to truth is to protect it, preserve it, and promote it. Protect it, preserve it, and promote it. In the absence of truth, you have chaos, or what you have right now. To even go further, I would encourage everyone to understand that these slave society that somehow went from slavery to people who are excelling in the most difficult of times, I have to say that they prescribe to the truth. This is what I mean. Even in our times that we are in now, we can look and we can disparage bad news. We can disparage lies. Why? Because we understand that there's a fundamental duty, a fundamental connection, and that we are slaves to what? The truth. These people who are bought in bondage, these people who endured chattel slavery, oftentimes are thought of as unskilled or uneducated or illiterate. The truth don't require that you be any of those things. The truth requires that you have a duty, that you are duty bound to do what? Those three things: promote, protect, and preserve the truth. And in those foundations, you have the best of society. In those foundations, you have the Quran. In those foundations, you have the Hadith. In those foundations, you have the Sunnah and the Seerah of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. In that space, we become invincible. Or in the case of the slaves in the worst conditions, unstoppable. Oppressors beware. There's a lot of people who are slaves to the truth. And I would encourage all of us to remember, in the deepest and darkest of times, hold on to the truth. But don't just hold on to it. Promote it, preserve it, and protect it. That's your Friday reminder. Have a great weekend. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allah is God. See you next week.